Alright.
For the very well, then hey. Let these souls
Okay, what do I want?
manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, burrow deep within you, retreating to the darkness beyond the reach of flame.
Let's do that. And then I'm gonna burn a soul.
Ashen one.
Like that.
Ash for the then hey.
Get to 30.
Ashen one.
Alright.
May
Pin. Paired. That. And then we go this. This. Yeah, that. Although we're going to be switching to this. Yeah, so it's way too heavy. So back to that. Yeah, it looks alright. I'll let it go. Alright. Now that we've gotten that out of the way. Oh, wrong one. Damn it. Now we can proceed with the game. Actually, meh. Trying to think if I want to go here or not. Because I should speak with Shira, because I think she gives me a slab for beating Madir. Oh, we also have to look at... Calm down, police. Hold yourselves. We also have to look at Madir's soul. So, yeah, let's go this way. Yeah, let's just book it.
My most humble thanks is thanks to thee, the dragon erred not from his back, please.
Thank you.
Now, hasten on thy journey, as the fire waneth does she lie by the dark, all for the sake of man. My humblest now, as the...
So, continue on your adventure, but do not wake the slumbering princess. The guy at the chapel that we found said much the same. Ho ho, sir. Can you match up to my power? Your pathing does not allow such elegance. No. Come on, Patches. We got a job to do. Go, helicopter Patches. Now, Halflet, whose armor we found near Madir's cavern. Would you not, please? Goodbye, Halflet. Thanks, Patches. So, the interesting thing about Halflet is that this is the offline version of Halflet. because Halflet in online is a player. It is a turn on the old monk boss fight from Demon Souls, where a player is summoned into the arena and performs as the boss. And they are even given special tools, such as they have a whole bunch of lightning spears come out of the ground and hit somebody. They have that painted guardian phantom appearing to cast bountiful sunlight to heal them, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But they, in online, and as you will see as my first attempt when I fought this thing online, you can get some people who come in and essentially play as the boss. Oh, cool! It works like the old monk. which is what this allows you to do. A green rusted ornament of younger grass, the crest of Princess Filianor, equipped to join the Spears of the Church Covenant. The Spears of the Church watch over the princess's slumber, and when the church is compromised by a trespasser, the adjudicator summons them as loyal spirits to eliminate the threat. Summoned automatically while this is equipped. Loyal spirits summoned as spears of the church are granted a blessing of protection. So you can help defend that and help fight against them. The invaders. So, they were guarding the princess, correct? Well, let's go see what they were guarding. What I find interesting is that Filianore never opens her eyes while she is doing all of this. It's nothing quite like the visual of the end of the world. So, what exactly all this means is a little confusing to me, but we shall see if we can figure it out, or rather, let other people figure it out and then talk about it. But first, like, I'm pretty happy with my stats, honestly. I'll do that. Try and go for 3 attunement slots. Alright.
Filianore, help me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us, to eat our dark souls.
So this seems to be some sort of furtive pygmy, or at least one of the furtive pygmy lords.
What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul. For my lady's painting.
Now, after all this time, Gale was behind it all, as some might say. So Gale is, boss fight wise, what I can only describe as one part Artorias, one part Vort, and one part gigantic fucking Hellstar. But he is quite the boss. But more importantly, the thing that's cooler than Gale, honestly, is the arena. Like, Gale as a boss is pretty good, but it's the arena that steals the show. You are fighting at world's end. You have come this far. You have come to the very end of, well, this game, this universe, and Souls in general at this point.
is the blood. The blood of the dark soul.
That's it. Wow, already faced it. Might actually win. Each place a skull strikes, lightning shall rain. Now where he got this from, I don't know. Force the the leap while firing the repeated crossbow against him. It's like, this is how skilled he is. That he is able to wield a sword that large in one hand. Very good boss scale. Iron regains your damage. And unlike every other boss in this game, there is no summon for him. NPC fights. Good job. Good job. Look at that. Yeah, we can beat him. We can beat him without summons. We can do this. Put that as my booster. Come on, Gale. Come get me. What I like as well is when you spawn in for the second time if you lose, he's running towards you on all fours like that. 132. Nothing. He's got, like, smelter-ish delays to some of his attacks. Jump out. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Like, that jump reminds me so much of fighting Cos, because I've only done that 100, 200 times, getting that thing up, so when I fight on New Game 8. Thrust. Come on, Gale. Give me something I can work with. Oh, good hit. Go quad. And then smash. Got that Dragon Ball instant transmission shit. Great Shield against Gale really helps. And then the skulls are sort of Marta Vulgaris-ish. In fact, they might even be like the same file, just repurposed. Good fighting, I only did that fight without bringing someone in. Now, let's examine. We didn't look at deer, so let's look at Gale's first. The red-hooded wandering slave knight Gale sought the blood of the dark soul as pigment for the painted world. But Gale knew he was no champion, but the dark soul would likely ruin him, and that he had little hope of safe return. So it seems to be, it looks like a humanity shrouded in ash, almost. Then Midir, descendant of the Archdragons, was raised by the gods and owing to his immortality, was given a duty to eternally battle the dark. A duty that he would never forget, even after the gods perished. So, let's go grab my souls. Alright. Go cash in our stuff. And then we have one person we need to go see.
For the very well. Then hey.
Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity.
Ashen One. Made.
Alright. Let's go. pay the painter a visit. Well, come to a world on fire, I see, it seems. Blood of the Dark Soul. Blood of the Dark Soul that seeped from the hole within Slave Nightingale. Used as pigment by his lady in Ariandel to depict a painted world. When Gale came upon the Pygmy Lords, he discovered that their blood had long ago dried, and so consumed that Dark Soul. Or consumed the Dark Soul.
Ashen One, thy gift of flame has taken root, and Uncle Gale will soon bring the pigment. Pigment, colored like the dark soul of man.
Yes, the flame has taken root. So here's your pigment.
My thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
Now this is what I find interesting, is I don't know what happens depending on this choice. I don't know if anyone does. But I will share my name. Because the name of Knife Edge Terry will be written upon the lore of these dark times.
My thanks. I will paint a world of that name. 'Twill be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home. I wonder when Uncle Gale intends his return. I hope the new painting will be to him a gentle home. My thanks. I will assuredly finish the painting of a cold. One day, it. My thanks. I will of a.
Okay, she's done her dialogue. Well, I think that about does it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our tale. We've seen through every boss, every area. We've finished. And I think we've done pretty much every single Souls game aside from Demons. Done the trilogy. So, in the end, I think that if I were to rank the trilogy, I'd still put Dark Souls 1 first, but 3 is a close second. This is, like, when everything is put together with the Ring City and all that together, it's a very good game. And is well deserved of the time I've put into it. The thing is, 3 doesn't work if you don't have 1. You can have 3 without 2, because 2 is kind of its own thing. But 3 without 1 doesn't make a lot of sense, because a lot of the parts of 3 are reminiscent of reminding the user of parts of 1. Some of that is good, some of that is bad. Some of that is, I look at is, taking an example of Midir. Midir is Khalmyr again. You encounter him a couple times, he burns you to the crisp with fire. They both have a similar, like, size and tactic and power strength. But I'd say Midir is better. Khalmyr has some interesting, like, pieces and lore to him, but so does Midir. Yeah. Like, you can't have Dark 3 without Dark 1. So, I'd say Dark 1 is still the best one. Is it perfect? No, it's still got some major faults. I was playing it recently, and it's like, wow, this, getting used to frame, like, the one thing I will say about, Dark Souls 3, this game has never lagged. Like, never once have I felt lag or slowdown or anything like that. It's been good the whole way through. Whereas Dark Souls 1, there's plenty of spots that you can experience ridiculous amounts of lag. So, yeah. And on a visual standpoint, this game is amazing. Like, the detail of stuff. Yeah. No. It is a strong second. And the only reason 1 is because it was sort of the first, and it still does a lot of stuff really well. I think one of the keys about making 1 so strong is the side stuff. All the little quest lines of everybody. Whereas it doesn't work the same here. Like, you have your Onion Knight quest again, but it's not as strong as the first one. There's the stuff with... But the thing is, most of the characters that you encounter, like Anri and Horus, that's a good tale. It's a cool tale, but so is Oscar's tale. But it was cut for time. We could have learned more about what Oscar was, and how he was supposed to be a little more interesting, but they just cut it for time. So, yeah, in the end, this game is still really good, and I will still be continuing to play it, because... Invisible greatswords! There they go. Now that I have these bad boys, you bet your ass I'm doing a full playthrough that's just these swords. Oh, and that reminds me. I should go take a look. Because what you can get is you can get Gale's repeating crossbow. This crossbow, customized for repeating fire to face mobs alone, was wielded by Slave Knight Gale. Used in battles of endless journey, this crossbow is covered with twists and dinks, rusted with blood, and made extremely brittle from overuse. And then there is... where is his sword? I don't have enough. Greatsword of Slave Knight Gale, the only weapon that he kept with him from the beginning to the end. Originally an executioner's greatsword made for decapitation, this blade is heavily chipped and stained with blood of countless battles. This sword is pretty good. And has some crazy little flips and stuff. But man, the durability's low. And there's this thing. The Frayed Blade, a dragon weapon symbolizing Dark Eater Midir. The once exquisite blade is now stained black and frayed at the hilt. Without its sheath, it will soon crumble into nothing. So, this is actually the sword that the Spear of the Church and Offline was using to do that shockwave pattern and the little flicks. So, I've got a playthrough planned using that. I've got a playthrough planned using these two. Although these playthrough using these two might turn into using like all the ringed knight weapons together, which I think could be really fun. And that will be sort of a stream thing instead of a recorded LP. It would be more concentrated on just seeing what it's like fighting bosses and whatnot. Yeah. But at the same time, this is also the end of Souls. I played all of them. And I'm interested to see what comes next. Rumors are floating around of a game that seems to be excuse me, Bloodborne and a little bit more anime styled. There's talk of the Bloodborne 2 remake of Demons. We'll see. But I am fervently ready to see what next From Software brings us. As for what I'm going to do next, as I said, we've got various streams and ideas planned with both Dark Souls 3, some in Dark Souls 1. I now have Scholar of the First Sin for Dark Souls 2, which I've been playing through and finding it's quite interesting. And I'm not always a fan of the item and enemy placements everywhere, but still something to play. But I imagine I'll come up with something to play next. But this has been a fun run. Like, my Dark Souls stuff is the videos that I've always put probably the most time into, both recorded and off the record. But yeah, no, it's been a fun time. So I will be taking this footage plus my first reaction footage, slicing them all together and putting them up. Although they will not be coming out very soon. This will probably end up being shown off probably in June at some point. But anyways, I think we'll end it here. So, till next time, see you then.